Today, I would just like to give you some information that I've just read online. It's about the suspension of APL in France. What is APL? APL, which is APL in English, is a housing allowance meant for everybody in France, including students who have just arrived in France. But the government has now decided to suspend this allowance because of the present situation in the country. So I don't know if you are aware, but France has presently incurred a lot of debts, and in order to save, they decided to suspend this housing allowance for incoming students. So according to the information, if you've just arrived in France, or if you have not spent 2 years in France, as from 2026, you will no longer be eligible for APL. It means that you will no longer get a monthly allowance from the government. When I came to France some years ago, just within a week, I was able to open a CAF, a CAF, like a CAF account. CAF is the body, is the organization that gives APL. So I was able to open this account, and after a month, I started receiving a monthly housing allowance. So this allowance is based on what you earn, and if you're a student, your income, your monthly income, and then it's also based on your rent. So when I got it, really, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know it was possible before I arrived in France. So when I started getting this money, to me, it was just like a benefit I didn't really deserve. And it's one of the things in France that makes France an interesting place for students. But personally, I've sat down and I've made some research to find countries that give a housing allowance to students upon their arrival, and I've not found any country. In fact, I thought it was possible in Germany, but when I made my research, I found out that in Germany, it's not really meant for students. It's meant for maybe permanent residents. I might be wrong. Maybe I checked. Maybe my information is wrong, but it's not common to find a country that gives a housing allowance to students upon their arrival. So for me, if now they are trying to suspend it because of the problem in France, I would not say it's unjust. I just see it as something that is temporary and will be restored when things are better in the future. That is the way I see it. But let me know, is there any country apart from France that gives a housing allowance to students upon their arrival? If you know of any country, please leave it in the comment section. And then you can also share your opinions about this new development in France. Thanks for listening to me. I hope to see you soon. Bye.